DBSCG things.
What's up, Yuhp gang? It's your boy Taxon and welcome back to Yuhp DBSCG Things, and today we're going over another very exciting deck profile, guys. This is going to be the deck that went undefeated at our last local. This is going to be Ss4, Goku, and Vegeta. But before we get into it, guys, I do want to say if you guys want any custom mats and or sleeves, absolutely check out Promats, guys. This is the best place to go get your custom card needs, and exclusively during the month of October, we do have this gorgeous Halloween mat coming out on the 15th. Pre-orders for this mat are already live, so if you do decide to go get a mat from Promats, do use the promo code YUHP to save on your entire order. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed this deck or my content in general, remember to hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. And with that being said, let's turn it around and dive in. And one more thing to add, guys, I am trying to give out a bunch of TPs and judge packs and random revision packs and things like that I've collected over time. So I will be doing this every single week. I'll give out 3 to 5 of these packs on my live streams, on my Tuesday live streams, Tuesday testings, of course. So make sure if you guys want a chance to win any of these TPs, you do stop by for next week and any week after that for a chance to win some of these TPs. And for a brief second, I will leave a picture up of what the prizes are so that you are a little bit more swayed into stopping by. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Alrighty, you guys, and here we are with the undefeated list from this week at Locals. Going absolutely bonkers with his Ss4, Goku, and Vegeta. Let's go ahead and tell us about your deck today and your matchups.
Hey, my matchups were Yellow Piccolo. Next round, or the first round I got the bye, and then the second round was Yellow Piccolo. Third was Green King Piccolo, and then the finals was Pan. So this is the deck. Son Goku and Vegeta. Auto, when you combo with a card, you get to look at the top 3 and pick any red Saiyan or a Unison with specified cost 2. Weakened ability, it is a Vegeta or a Goku, or it's a Vegeta and a Goku, GT in your Z energy, or the old school 4 or less.
Untap 1, draw 1, go down 6.
Yeah. And then when you awaken, it's untap 1, draw. Then on the front side, you can combo with mono red Saiyans in rest mode, and then it has another permanent when you union. Your Gogeta cards can attack your opponent's battle cards in active mode, and your opponent doesn't get a combo step or a defensive step. And then he has auto when you union fusion. He gains Gogeta for the turn, and then he has another auto when you attack. You draw 1 card and play a 1-drop Saiyan in rest mode. So that's the leader. Pretty nutty. Not too bad, not too bad. So going into our Unison package, it's obviously going to be 4 of the Ss4 Gogeta. He has an auto when you play him. You look at the top 3, pick any red card, and then he has +2 ability. You play one red card in rest mode, and then he has a -4. You gave him 15k boost and double strike.
Activate battle too.
Or yeah, activate battle. And then another Unison I like to run just for a little spicy tech is Goku and Android 17.
Golden Frieza.
Oh yeah, Golden Frieza. It's just searchable with the leader, and just the reason why I run it is because a lot of people are really scared of the -4 ability. So just be able to tap 2 and empower and just basically recycle and get the -4 off is just really nice, and I just like it just for a little spicy tech.
And what is it? Isn't it like a 20k triple attack?
Yeah, it's so yeah, let me read it. Empower for what? 3, 2? Empower for 2, and then it has an auto. If you have 4 or more markers on this card, you draw a card, but it's a auto burst 1. So you burst 1, draw a card, and then your other auto is gonna proc since you bursted a card. You're going to add a marker to this card and then choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and minus it 15. So that's basically how you get the -4 off, because you're going to uptick, bring it up to 5, and then just go ahead to -4. And the -4 is activate main, give it a 5k boost, and triple attack.
Right, absolutely. Very, very good.
So I just like another reason why I like it is if someone like in your red matchups, if they're like, okay, violent, I'm going to call battle cards, you're like, okay, well at least I have a Unison to at least put a little bit more pressure in. or in your yellow matchups too with when they play Mecha Frieza. You're like, okay, I'll just play this Unison.
Good analogy there. Absolutely, being able to swing through Mecha Frieza 3 times.
Yeah. And then with our Unison package, obviously 2 Yamchas. I'm thinking about bumping up to 3. I'm really just testing this deck out a lot and see how I like and what I don't like. So I'm just running at 2 right now. Obviously, we know what Yamcha does. Counterplay.
2 is fine too, especially with how much deflect and barriers in the meta. That card doesn't hit much. I learned that today.
Yeah.
Today I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot do nothing with my Yamcha.
And then for our defense package, we got 2 Violence, 3 Homicidals, and then 2 Imposings, and then 2 Wolffangs. I really like the number in this. It's really good flex spot for each one of these cards. That's why I keep them at like a 2-2 or a 2-3 split. Pretty self-explanatory, you know. If someone's going wide, or someone going tall, you got Violence and stuff like that. If someone's going more wide, you know, you got your Wolffangs and your Imposings. And yeah, it's just pretty much it. I feel like they just explain for themselves.
Yeah, testing speaks for itself. It stops 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Simple enough.
And I really like, I want to bump up the Wolfang Fist to 3, just because, to have a little bit more defensive play on my Unison, because if you play it right, if you play one of the Z battle cards I'll explain, it'll rip yourself down. So you'll have majority of this live, and you'll have this live, so you can keep your Unison up, or have your Unison for a little bit more defense.
Absolutely. Try to protect that Unison on the turn you play, because the turn you play that Unison is when it's the most vulnerable.
Yeah, exactly. Super combos. 4 Raditz. I really like just bottom decking a dead card and just drawing 2 just to see what I want to see. I did play test with the Vegeta. It is nice in certain scenarios and stuff like that, but being able to, like how I just said, just bottom deck a dead card just to draw 2, just to see more cards in hand in that particular moment is just a lot better in my opinion.
Absolutely. And the 4 or less life requirement, like you were explaining earlier with testing, there's cards to enable this card very, very easily.
Yeah. And then for basically the draw engine, these guys, they both have the same effects. When you play them, they come out in rest mode, you draw a card, and then when you combo with them from the battle area, you draw a card. I'll explain later. They're basically like pseudo, for your pseudo arrivals. Other than that, they're just kind of like your draw engine.
And those are also going to be your openers as well. You want to charge those to your Z energy as quick as possible so you can awaken.
Yeah. These are your majority. Yeah, these are your go-to targets to charge in your Z energy. Just got 2 Vegetas. I just feel like 2 is just fine. I really just find it just to get like a combo, just to complete my puzzle piece. If I don't have a Goku in hand to go into my big 8-drop, and I have another Vegeta in hand, I'll be like, alright, well, I'll just pitch this, get a Goku, and then go into my 8-drop. Other than that, it's just a target just to find your missing piece that you need for whatever you want to do in that turn.
Absolutely. Using that card to find out things like this when you want to use the plus on a Unison is great.
And then some of the little boss monsters I play that go with the combo themed of the deck, I feel like. It's terrible. 4. 3. Basically, when you combo with a Vegeta, you can tap 1 if you have 2 or more energy and play this guy. And his auto is, when you play him, you draw a card. He has Deflect, Double Strike. And then when you combo with him from the battle area, you can tap 1 and give your leader Double Strike. And it gives this essentially another 5k boost. So it's basically like a super combo.
Chomp a double for 1.
Yeah. And then Vegeta, same thing almost as the Goku, but you just need Goku in your combo area to play him. Same energy requirements. You need to have 2 or more energy, and you tap 1 to play him. Deflect, critical, And then for his on-play auto, you minus one of your opponent's battle cards by 15. Then when you combo with him from the battle area, you can tap one, just like the Goku, and just give him critical. So essentially you can, if you have these guys on board and going into your next turn, swing with all these and then tap 2 energy and make your leader,
Double crit?
yeah, double strike crit.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
And then, since this is my little tech that I like, Divine Presence, since you can combo with a lot of Saiyans in rest mode, I just feel like it kind of screams out Divine, you know? It's two mono red cards that you combo, and you can just play this guy and give your leader, or any red card, a 5k boost. So you can give it to him, essentially making him a 30k dual attack, or give it to one of your Unisons or leaders and give them the 5k boost. And then when he attacks, you get to search through your deck and find a skillless card. There isn't no skillless cards, but just the fact that you can search through your deck and get a natural shuffle, and having the fact or deck knowledge is really good too. And he has a crazy permanent. When it's your turn, he's not affected by skills. It's like a pseudo barrier, if you would say. I just like it just for my blue matchups. If I ever run into it, Boo Unison, it's really not a problem. I'll just slap this down and then just swing at Boo, and then go with my leader and go at that, and then he'll be at 1 marker, and then I'll just leave it right there.
And blue is really prevalent right now, being SS3 is doing very well in this meta. Having the Divine, I feel like you said, very, very good just to have in your back pocket against those blue matchups.
Yeah, and like the combo I like with this, it's really just crazy. You can go with, on the board, you can have double strike, critical, dual attack. If you just essentially going on in the turn. Yeah, and they're all arrivals.
Yeah. So if you set it up right, like let's say you plus on your Unison, you play out one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you swing with your leader, you draw a card, you play out. Where's the Goku? Play out this guy.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna draw off both those plays, right? And then you combo them both off. Now you're set up to do this guy, this guy, this guy, and you draw 2 off the combos.
Yep.
So if you're at 4 energy and you don't want to go into this play, you don't feel safe going into that play, you can literally tap out just doing smaller weenie plays, which is really, really clean. I like that a lot about the deck.
Yeah. That's why I really like Divine.
And like you said, just having all those different options. You got double strike, critical. And dual attack that they have to face that down.
Yeah, and a really good thing is they all have deflect, so they're getting on the board. Maybe for green, but other than that, they're hitting.
I mean, this guy's definitely hitting against green.
Yeah.
Frieza can't do nothing against that.
Yeah. And then another piece to our boss monster. I only run 2 of these. I do have one on the side just in case I want to see it, but I feel like 2's fine. Literally, people are just scared of this card. They're like, oh great, I'm versing Gogeta, or I'm versing Ss4, and now I have to literally save all my super combos. So that's another reason why I like to go a little bit more the let's say weenie rush, you know, kind of low ground to it, because I'd like to play these guys out, kind of get my opponent to use some of those super combos, and then just go into this on my like fifth turn, or even 6th turn.
Force them into using more 5Ks than just their super combos.
Yeah. And going into basically my spicy, or not spicy tech. This is just staple for any red. Just any red deck. I feel like it goes really great with Ss4. They're all searchable. I can play this with Unison or on my leader. Burly Crown, everybody knows what it does. Opponent has 2 or more energy. I tap 1 or play it for free. Look at my opponent's hand. And then Vegeta, he's just for your certain type of flood negates, or even battle cards that are coming out with 15k or less. So
absolutely, Vegeta stopping things like Mecha Frieza or even
homicidal clone.
Yeah, you can stop homicidal clones with that. You can. Oh yeah. Bring that up. Screw you. He's like, yeah, I did that. I stopped the homicidal clone to get my attack through.
Some of my spicy tech right here. A lot of people side this in the sideboard. I feel like literally, if your opponent's coming down with the board, you can just tap 3, just clear it, and then just go on from there. That's why I feel like where this deck could really get the crackback, if your opponent can get a board and you can't control it and stuff like that, because you only have a certain amount of negates that can get you through the day, you know. So that's why I feel like he's just really good in the main.
Absolutely. And that card,
SSB Kaioken.
he stops the, which I would call the very, very hard, like, cripple against this deck is Lord Slug. And just having that in the main board, searchable off the lead, all this and that, very, very good.
Yeah. Little spice tech I like to do, Vegeta Royal Evolution. Auto, if you have 3 or more energy, I want to say? Yeah, if you have 3 or more energy, when you combo with this card, you can tap 1, give your leader a 5k, and restand. And then he has another Activate Battle. You can tap 1 and minus 10k, one of your opponent's battle cards. So, really good in a scenario when you're just trying to tap yourself out to get your Z Awaken going, or if you can just time it all right for that last energy to going in for a kill turn, you can just restand your leader, Z Awaken, make them 105,000, and then try to go in for that one if they're at the 1 life, you know, or even if you're trying to, even if they're in the double strike range and you're just trying to get them at that 1 life.
Absolutely, very spicy. And the thing that you'd point out to me is that the auto happens. Can I read the card real quick?
Yeah,
just so I don't sound crazy on the video. At the end of the battle in which you combo with this card from your hand. Absolutely. So this triggers at the end of the battle at the same time Zenkai energy would be triggering. So the skills would come first before the end of that step. So you get to tap 1, use this skill, and then you can choose to charge it from your combo area to the Z energy. Because it doesn't say that this skill happens from the drop area. It just says at the end of the battle. So it's still in the combo area when that auto is going off. And then you can choose to Z charge it right after, which is amazing. Especially if you're using it for the reasons you said. Making your leader not only a 20k, but then a 20k into 105k. Basically a dual attack.
Yeah. And then the reason why I like to run this Son Goku and Trunks and Pan is just because when you're going into your second energy turn and you plus and it's at the 4, you can, if you don't have a Unison to stack, you can just stack him, swing for, try to bait out and negate for the 30k double, and then if you're at 3 or more energy, if you're at 4 or more energy, you can just tap 3, Spirit Boost, and then just minus your opponent's board by 30,000, and then you can Spirit Boost for 2 and have them, or no, I think that's what happens. I'm silly. Apologies. That's when you Spirit Boost. You Spirit Boost 3, and then choose all your opponent's battle cards, and they get minus 30,000 for the turn, and this card gains triple attack. So, he's just another little boss monster I like to add in. It just helps the with the Unison to get that minus 4 off just a little bit faster. Obviously, Kai. Self-explanatory. Give anything double strike. Obviously, with this card, you have to declare it. King Piccolo. You can activate it for free if you have Unison with 2 or more markers. Opponent can't activate blocker, and he gets a 5k boost. Then for overwhelm choice, I'm really picking between this one and another one. But right now, I'm really liking Broly just because in certain scenarios, you can just get rid of a blocker or next threat going into your next turn. And it's 30k B-Stick that just warps one of your opponent's battle cards, any card. So no energy restriction.
Any card, any cost.
Yeah, it's really good. And then secret rare I play is Pan. I just feel like just with these 2 cards, and like literally your leader and your Unison can make Pan live, even if they board wipe. You're like, all right, cool. I got Unison. I'm gonna play this. All right, cool. Whatever happens, happens. If it obviously they all have to come out for this to be live. I'm gonna overwhelm. Then I'm gonna plus play another 1-drop, swing, play another 1-drop, and then you all meet the requirements to play a Pan. So just with your leader, Unison, and these 2 cards, you can essentially, if you're trying to go for game, you can essentially just build up for Pan.
And that's just assuming that your opponent has no field.
Yeah. Yeah, if your opponent has no field.
Right, if your opponent has field, it's a lot easier to set up.
The reason why I like Pan too is just in case if you're go into your, obviously we'll explain it, your Z Awaken. If you have a board like how I described, or if your opponent has a board, you can just play Pan for free even though you tapped yourself out. And now, if they don't have a response to get rid of it that turn, now you have 2 swings going off. And like another play I like, if you're going into your Z-Waken defensively, and your opponent has like a low hand and stuff like that, with these 3 cards, you can have essentially four more swings, because after you Z-Awaken, you're going to restand your leader. That's 1 swing. And if you have your Unison out, obviously, you can play him, Overwhelm, and then play Pan. So after you Z-Awaken, you can still put a little bit more pressure onto your opponent if they're at the 2 to 3 life, you know? So, yeah. That's why I like it, Pan, and the Overwhelm route, obviously. That's it. And then going into the Z deck. I feel like this is just pretty much this is every red Z deck right now. 2 Vegetas, 3 rushing attack Vegetas, and then 1 Ss4 Goku. Vegeta, you can, for 1 Z energy and 1 regular energy, you can bottom deck a card, rip a life, and draw 1 card. So it just really turns on a lot of things. Let's just say if you're at the 6th life, you can do this, turn on your homicidals, or if you're at the 5 life, you can do it and make your super combos live. I feel like this is just really important because it's just self-awakener for any deck, and it costs necessarily the same. Rushing attack Vegeta, everybody knows what this does. Pay it for 2, pay it for 2 regular energy, 2 Z energy. Deflect, when he attacks, you get to combo a card from your drop area. I don't know if it has any restrictions.
I think it's just a 5K.
Yeah, 5K combo. And then you can minus 15 something onto your opponent's side.
That's battle card or Unison.
Yeah, battle card or Unison. Yeah,
Snap.
I didn't know it did that Unison. That surprised me when you did that. But then he has activate main. If you have 4 or more Z energy, you get to switch this card to active mode, and it gains a 10k boost, double strike, and barrier. So it's really good. And his on swing auto is not once per turn. So you're essentially, if you time it right, you can minus 1 thing or 2 things by 15 or 30. And then 1 Ss4 Goku. I really just do it for the burn damage. You just have to necessarily time it right. If your opponent's at the 5 life or 4 life, that's where I like to use it and stuff like that, just because you know your opponent's going to use a homicidal, or they just got done using a homicidal. You can be like, oh, if they use it at their 5 life, you're like, all right, I'll just tap the 2 and then 3, get you down to the 3 life without necessarily doing anything. So it's a really good card. I just like it for that. And then
absolutely. And then he's of course a barrier, deflect, double strike, which is crazy.
Yeah, which is super nutty. Yeah. So when he's played, you burn 1 damage, and then you stuff 1 Saiyan from your drop area under him, and he gains barrier for the turn. And then yeah, he's a 20k double strike, which is super nutty. I feel like Red did not need this card. Red, that
card's pretty good.
It's just burn damage.
Did you talk about this one good enough?
I feel like everybody knows what this card does. It's
Yes,
literally
sir.
just crack.
He was like the most hyped up Z card coming out of the set.
Yeah. You gotta tap 3 Z energy, and all your energy has to be tapped out. And it skips your charge phase, and you have to be at the 4 or less life. And then does it still have the permanent? I don't know. And you can only add 1 copy of this card in your Z deck.
Right.
Super nutty. You can use it for defensively or going in for game. Yeah, that's just pretty much it. And then he has another auto at the end of the turn. You get rid of this card and you restand your leader. So you have essentially
another leader swing.
Yeah, so you essentially get your leader swing.
Alrighty. So with that being said, that was the deck profile. Do you want to go over? Oh, you already talked about your matchups. Do you have any final shout-outs?
Shout out to the guys at the locals. Always, we always have fun, and obviously Yuhp game. We always testing Tuesday. That's what it's about. You guys are gonna non-stop be seeing me play this probably, because I really want to just tune this out and just get good with it.
Alrighty. So with that being said, guys, that was his SS4 undefeated deck list. If you guys enjoyed this list or my content in general, remember to hit all those buttons for me, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video, and we will see you guys next time.